Hello, it's Kadesha. I'm back with another video. We have to start today. It's enough with the putting off and say tomorrow or next week or next month or next year. Today. What steps can you take today to move you closer to what you say you want to do? And take that step. Once you take that step, you will be so excited to take the next step and then the next step. Of course, I had something to spark this video, and I was talking to an individual, and they have given me this vision that they are wanting to see come to fruition in their lives. And I was thinking, oh, okay, this is great. And they actually was telling me last year, and some things happened to where, well, this year something happened to where I could see where you would kind of like, okay, let me fall back, see if this is something I actually want to do. But they're really good at, really great. I think they would be phenomenal at what they're trying to do. And so I'm just like, what is stopping them? And it's like most of us, we are so busy doing little tasks that makes us feel like, okay, I got something done, but it's not toward the vision in which we are wanting to see, and it hinders us. And it sounds good to say, okay, well, I'm going to be ready by this time, because I can remember them saying so plainly, oh, okay, I think I'm going to do it in June or August or in the fall or the summer. And I mean, just like every time that it was time for them to do it, it was always pushed back. And now they're even talking about it being the next year. And I'm just like, okay, do you not see what this is doing? And I'm moving it. We both have visions that we talk about, and I've talked to them about what I want to do. And so sometimes even you could be the help that someone needs to actually move forward, because you two are talking about things that you want to see come to pass. And so I just pray that I am being the example that they need to say, okay, it's not that because we were both in the same position. We were both working at the same job. And so now we're no longer working at that job. We're both doing something else, and I'm actually moving into what I was telling them when we were working at the same job, what I wanted to do. And they are still trying to figure it out. And I'm just hoping me moving in what I've talked to them about will help them move forward, because sometimes actions really do, and they speak louder than words. They do. And so it's not enough that I tell them this is what I want to do, but when they see like, oh my goodness, she is doing exactly what she said she wanted to do. And then, they may ask you like, what did you do exactly? But you don't have to ask, because I'm telling you, it's just taking one step toward that. So let's see, this is everybody's New Year resolution, right? I say everybody, not really, but to get fit. So you decide, what can I do? And most of the time we say, I'm going to start January 1st. Start today. It doesn't have to be a certain day on the calendar that you do it today. So instead of me going full-fledged and trying to come up with this whole list of workouts, I go and I walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes. And I decide I'm going to commit to 5 minutes every day, 5 minutes, or even 3 times a day. But I want to say every day, since it's just 5 minutes. I'm going to do 5 minutes of walking, even if because some people don't have a place where they can do a treadmill. So let's just say you live in a house and you don't have that. Okay, I'm just going to walk to my street, down my street, to where it'll be 5 minutes. So I'll do a timer for 2.5 minutes. And then when it goes off, I'll turn around and go back to my house. Do that every single day. And then once you get a rhythm, then you could add like, okay, I'm going to do 6 minutes, or you can jump up and say, I'm going to do 10 minutes. But the thing is, it's just starting taking that first step. And that is usually the hardest thing, is taking the first step, because once you get the momentum, you're like, oh my goodness, it becomes fun. It doesn't necessarily become like work. It is work, but it's just like, oh, I get to do this. And now that I'm thinking about this, it makes me think about Dave Ramsey and the, what is it, that snowball method. And he talks about attacking the smallest one. And that's really what it is. It's like, once you see that smallest one gone, you're like, oh, I'm excited to do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And then next thing you know, you're, in his case, you're thousands of dollars out of debt. But when you look at my case, if we're talking about the exercise, you're down 5 pounds just from walking 5 minutes. And the thing is, we don't realize that talking is good. I'm not saying we shouldn't talk it out. It's good. But it's taking that action that's really going to push you forward into all that you're wanting. And you just have to make the first step. Once you do the first step, whatever that is in your situation, I use exercise because I believe all of us want to or need to walk more, because we probably don't walk, especially with the jobs that we have now. And so it's just like, take that first step. Once you do that, hey, you won't even have time for a YouTube video. Or if so, it'll just be background music. You're like, I can't listen to Kadesha. I'm too busy doing the vision that I'm working on, the vision that the Lord has placed before me. So thank you so much for watching. Like I always say, sacam ya que quieres ver en otros. Until next time. Bye.